Let's discuss the concept of God in the Aryan religions. One of the most famous among the Aryan religions is Hinduism. Let's discuss the concept of God in Hinduism. If you ask a common Hindu that how many gods does he believe in, some may say 3, some may say 10, some may say 1,000, while others may say 33 crore, 330 million. But if you ask a learned Hindu who's well versed with the scriptures, he will tell you that the Hindus should believe and worship in only one God. But the common Hindu, he believes in a philosophy of pantheism. The common Hindu says that everything is God. The tree is God, the sun is God, the moon is God, the human being is God, the snake is God. What we Muslims say is everything is God's, G-O-D with an apostrophe S. Everything belongs to God. The tree belongs to God, the sun belongs to God, the moon belongs to God, the human being belongs to God, the snake belongs to God. So the major difference between the common Hindu and the Muslim is the common Hindu says that everything is God. What we Muslims say is everything is God's. Everything belongs to God. Everything is God's. G-O-D with an apostrophe S. If we can solve this difference of apostrophe S, the Hindus and the Muslims will be united. How do we do it? As Allah says, تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. Come to common terms as between us and you. Which is the first term? Allah na'budu illallah. That we worship none but one Almighty God. Let's discuss the concept of God in Hinduism based on the sacred scriptures. One of the most sacred scriptures of the Hindus is the Chandogya, it is the Upanishad. It is mentioned in the Chandogya Upanishad, chapter number 6, section number 2, verse number 1. Ekam Ivdityam. God is only one without a second. It is mentioned in Sutashvatara Upanishad, chapter number 6, verse number 9. Na tasya kasij janitana chadipa. Which means of that God, He has got no superior, He has got no Lord, He has got no parents, He has got no father, He has got no mother. It is mentioned in Sutashvatara Upanishad, chapter number 4, verse number 19, that na tasya pratima asti. Of that God, there is no pratima. Pratima in Sanskrit means images, photographs, sculptures, paintings, statues, pictures, idols, etc. It is mentioned in Sutashvatara Upanishad, chapter number 4, verse number 20, that you cannot see Almighty God. The eye cannot comprehend the image of God. And among the Hindu scriptures, the most widely read book is the Bhagavad Gita. This is the Bhagavad Gita, which is the most widely read book among the Hindus. It is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 7, verse number 20, that all those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires, they worship the demigods. And in the commentary of Bhagavad Gita, that is written by Swami Prabhupada, he says that demigods, it refers to as false gods, as idols. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 10, verse number 3, that they believe me as unborn, beginningless, the Supreme Lord of all the worlds. Among the Hindu scriptures, the most sacred are the Vedas. It is mentioned in Yajurved, chapter number 32, verse number 3. Na tasya pratima asti. Of that God, there is no pratima. Pratima, as I mentioned earlier, in Sanskrit it means images, photographs, sculptures, paintings, pictures, statues, idols, etc. It is mentioned in Yajurved, chapter number 40, verse number 8, that Almighty God, He is imageless and pure. It is mentioned in Yajurved, chapter number 40, verse number 9, Andhatma pravishanti ya asambhut mupaste. They are entering into darkness, those who worship the asambhuti, that is the natural things like fire, water, air, etc. And the verse continues and says, they are entering more in darkness, those who worship the sambhuti, that is the created things like table, chair, idol, etc. Who says that? Yajurved, chapter number 40, verse number 9. It is mentioned Athara Ved, book number 20, hymn number 58, mantra number 3. Dev Maha Asi, verily great is Almighty God. And among the Hindu scriptures, among the Vedas, the most sacred is Rig Ved. It is mentioned in Rig Ved, book number 1, hymn number 164, mantra number 46. Ekkam Sat with Prabhu Vedante. Truth is one, God is one, but sages and saintly people call him by a variety of names. It is mentioned Rig Ved, book number 10, hymn number 114, mantra number 5. There are various attributes given to Almighty God. And it's mentioned Rig Ved, book number 2, hymn number 1. There are no less than 33 different attributes given to Almighty God. It's mentioned Rig Ved, book number 2, hymn number 1, mantra number 5. That Almighty God, He is called as Brahma. And if you translate this into Arabic, it means Khaliq, which means creator. We Muslims, we have got no objection if anyone says that Almighty God is the creator. But if anyone says that Almighty God is Brahma, who has got 4 heads, and on each head he is wearing the crown, we Muslims lay strict objection against it. Moreover, you are giving an image to God, and you are going against Sutta Upanishad, chapter number 4, verse number 19, which says, Na tasipati ma'asti, of that God there is no image. Another attribute given to Almighty God in Rig Ved, book number 2, hymn number 1, mantra number 3, Almighty God is called as Vishnu. And if you translate this into Arabic, it somewhat refers to as Khaliq. We Muslims, we have got no objection if anyone says that Almighty God is Vishnu, which means sustainer or cherisher. Another attribute given to Almighty God in Rig Ved, book number 2, hymn number 1, mantra number 3, is Almighty God, He is called as Vishnu. And if you translate this into Arabic, it somewhat refers to as Rabb, which is sustainer or cherisher. We Muslims, we have got no objection if anyone says that Almighty God is sustainer or cherisher. But if anyone says that Almighty God is Vishnu, who has got 4 hands, and on one of his right hand he has the chakra, that is the discus, and on the left hand he has the conch, and he's flying on the bird called Garuda, or reclining on the bed of snakes, we Muslims lay strict objection against it. Moreover, you are giving an image to God, and you are going against Yajurved, chapter number 32, verse number 3, which says, Na tasipati ma'asti, of that God there is no image. Furthermore, it is mentioned in Rig Ved, book number 8, hymn number 1, mantra number 1. Ma chadan yadvi sansad, do not worship anyone but Him alone, praise Him alone. It is mentioned in Rig Ved, book number 6, hymn number 45, mantra number 16. That Ya ik mushti, do not worship anyone but Him alone, praise Him alone. And the Brahma Sutra, the fundamental creed of Hinduism is Ekkam Braham Dyutya Naste, Nehna Naste Kinchan. Bhagwan ek hi hai, dusra nahi hai, nahi hai, zara bhi nahi hai. There is only one God, not a second one, not at all, not at all, not in the least bit. So if you read the Hindu scriptures, the sacred scriptures of the Hindus, you shall understand the concept of God in Hinduism.